So moving more into programs and software, this question goes to Alex. What data analytics programs and or platforms work best for your specific industry? And are there any of these out of the box, or did your organization have to customize and create them from scratch?
Yeah, this is a really great question. There's so many, to be completely honest. As I work really across a number of different industries, I find each time really the answer is different. Like the answer is find what is best for your client's specific use case. I'll go over a couple just for reference. But so let's say you're managing social media accounts. So for that owned social and channel management perspective, Sprinkler is an example of one that is sort of one of the industry standards for both posting and then being able to analyze your posts, tag them to learn sort of deeper insights as to what specific types of posts are performing better than others. Also, there's sort of earned online and social listening. So from that aspect, earned meaning specifically people talking about your brands, news outlets writing about your brands, etc. Naming a few of these that we use for various clients: NetBase, Signal, Crimson Hexagon, Brandwatch, and Synthesio. All of these have similar but somewhat different sort of functionalities for monitoring the online conversation, having alert systems that will sort of allow you to know when the conversations online reach a certain volume. It'll let you know and sort of give you a tip before maybe a crisis situation arises. Just tons of different types of things in that nature. But also we have a number, especially Fleischman Hillard, we have ended up developing some tools overall to help us internally learn to do different things. So we've developed sort of, we use Google Sheets a lot, and using that we've developed some tools that allow us to benchmark a lot of data around client events, product launches, and issues. So overall, when there is a crisis situation and the client needs to know immediately how does this current thing we're going through compare to something else, it's just really a click of a few buttons on that sheet, and then we've already graphed it out and compared those things. Also, we've created something that pulls in Twitter global trends data, where it eventually, essentially is pulling in the top 50 trends globally, and then also for individual regions like the US, Canada, etc. So we can identify, is our client, our brands being mentioned in these top trending items, and is that sort of coming up? So again, we can watch out and really be aware of if a crisis situation is coming, or maybe there's something really good that's happening and we want to help support that and maybe get it into the top 10 trending items. And then the last one I'll sort of mention is we began using a tool called Supermetrics. It's a Google Sheets add-on that I would highly recommend. Again, the name is Supermetrics. And you can pull that through and it can gather data on followers for various accounts. It can gather the actual posts themselves, the engagements on those posts, the likes, shares, retweets, comments, etc. And ultimately, you can set that to automate and refresh at various intervals. And it's really a great way of, again, if your company maybe doesn't have a lot of money to invest in some of these much more expensive overarching social listening tools, if you have somebody with a little bit of know-how, you can really start developing some things that do some of these basic analysis processes, looking at both your own personal content and that of competitive peers on your own. So there's lots of different options out there. Do some Google searching, because there's some really neat things with data out there right now that are just really starting to grow.